Are we live or not? Yes, we are. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, my dogs? What's happening? What's good? Yesterday we had a beautiful Watchalong. I hope you enjoyed. Once again today, I'm back with the best match of the day. One of the best, if I'm not wrong. The game is Aston Villa versus the great Tottenham Hotspurs, which might be relegated if they don't pull up their socks. So my dogs, welcome, 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 welcome. Let's enjoy this till the end. I hope you're doing great out there, wherever you are. Keep on doing whatever you are doing, man. And welcome to the stream. Let's enjoy till the end, man. As I always do, must create a poll so that I get to know which team you're supporting, man. Will Aston Villa Hotspurs tonight? That's the poll, that's the poll, that's the poll. It's gonna be on air in a few seconds. Yes, it's on air, man. So if you're watching right now, welcome first of all. Get to the live chat, vote. Right? I'm gonna start in a few minutes. Where did I put my chargers, man? Hold on for a minute. Yes, the boy is back. This is gonna start in 1 minute, so get to the live chat. Vote as I work on the. Let me share my screen, man. Nowadays, I'm always a bit late. Una, na. Tottenham. Oh my goodness, are they gonna be relegated or what? Today we're gonna know. So let me share my screen. Let's start with the lineup. The game is on. Let me share. Hope you can see on your screens. I hope you can see on your screens. Let me put up a live commentary. Which team are you supporting? Are you supporting today? Let me know. In the poll below. Yeah, I wanna know which team you're supporting. So let me know in the poll right now.
Aston Villa's first choice 11. And you've got to rotate it back four. Can they start with a high? Can they put them under pressure? Spurs, can they play it the other end of the pitch? Started off at the back and so they'll be looking to try and run.
Tottenham.
The things about. So this is Kevin Danso now, Joao Delinia, in for the team getting the winner last week. on towards Richarlison. Just ran away from him in the end with Victor Lindelof in pursuit. So the victory last weekend was the first for Spurs in the Premier League since the 28th of December. They've only won 2 of the last 25 in the Premier League, and they've managed 9 points from a possible 48 in 2026. It's going to be fascinating to see how much they grow based on the 3 points. And that's sloppy early on from Martinez. It's Richarlison. And he's dragged it wide because of the Lindelof block, but that was an early invitation for Tottenham Hotspur.
Tielemans just managed to get a foot in, but this is what Spurs want to do, win the ball high, trying to get the ball quickly out of his feet. Richarlison, he couldn't, but that's a big chance. Tielemans just doing it on.
What they would give Tottenham for an early goal here. So tells how to take the corner. They've sent Danso in there for the first time. They're a good team from corners. Tottenham, only Arsenal have scored more than them from corner situations in the Premier League this season. Nice and deep. And jumping to head it was Morgan Rogers. And that's going to be another corner. And a painful bang there for the England international.
Tottenham are going to win these matches.
Reflected at the far post there, Morgan Rogers did enough. He just making sure that it was another corner for Spurs. Right. Start.
Santel's gone all the way across to the other side. Van der Ven in the mix for Tottenham. That's in towards Kevin Danso, who was running onto that. And Emi Martinez now
to win, man.
So the Aston Villa player that's just come up a little bit late there. Quickly on the move here with Jadon Sancho. It's going to be a throw into Aston Villa.
Doggy. Fans are booing. Love this, man.
Matty Cash with the Aston Villa throw. It's too high for Tammy Abraham. Only the second time he started in the Premier League, Abraham, for Aston Villa. It's his first Premier League start for 3 months. Ollie Watkins gets the night off, but he is available off the Aston Villa bench. 7 changes in total to the team that started in the Europa League at the City Ground last Wednesday. And of course, if they do win this match, Spurs, it just puts a little bit more pressure on Forest before they play Chelsea.
Today I'm supporting Tottenham. Today I'm supporting Tottenham. Let's go.
Played particularly well against Fulham this weekend. Aston Villa couldn't really find the 10s behind Watkins, and they struggled. Fulham deservedly won that game, so they just need to be a little bit better. They haven't scored for a couple of games, they conceded goals.
Aston Villa have been one of the best home teams in the Premier League this season, but they've lost 4 times here in 2026. They can get to 61 points with a victory, which can still be matched by Bournemouth. And they're the only team that can catch them if Aston Villa win today. They've still got games to play at Burnley, at home to Liverpool, and then they'll be at Manchester City on the final day of the season. But they were pretty secure, don't they, in this top 5 position, Aston Villa at the moment, hence why Emery feels he can make the changes tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he wants to win a trophy now, and that is Thursday.
Vote.
So on the move here for Tottenham, supported
Go
by
Villa.
who's back in the team.
Big shout out to Sorestin.
Tentative in open play, isn't it, so far? Martinez.
Let's see if Aston Villa will win.
The press, with the back line of Spurs.
Today I'm supporting Tottenham, man.
That's the way the table looks at the moment.
Big up to my boy A to the B. I see you. Who will win? Today I'm supporting Tottenham. Spurs will be relegated. Lord.
There is the possibility, of course, if Aston Villa can get through on Thursday yesterday with the Europa League.
That's crazy, man.
That way, and the team in sixth.
It affects everybody else, isn't it? Everybody else fighting for sixth. Certainly big.
Today I'm supporting our brother, London brothers. Service Simon at the championship. Here we go.
He's got 4 goals in the Premier League. Mickey Van de Ven, and all of them being scored away from home, so that potentially bodes well for the Tottenham captain tonight. That's a good run by Udogie. He's got the other side of Sancho, who seemed to give up the chase. Now it's been signalled that the ball had actually gone out of play, so it's going to be a goal kick to Aston Villa.
I can see though, probably a couple for each side. The person moving forward a little bit.
Service Simon at the championship is some crazy stuff, man, to think about. Vote. Let's go.
Bogart's had to come back into midfield with the injury to Onana. Of course, Tammy Abraham has to play second fiddle here to Ollie Watkins.
Time against Brighton, Abraham, and he played that role really well, held the ball up well, played into player opposite to Watkins.
Really too strong for Rodgers. This is Matson and Akash.
Oh my goodness.
Jadon Sancho. Sparky was close down quickly there by Gallagher, but Sancho's got the ball. It's a bit sloppy on that side from Rodgers.
It's more or less been quite a slow tempo.
Rodgers.
We're asking for more. I don't think it suits either team to play at a slow tempo. And they struggled with that when they played against Fulham last week. Villa.
Aston Villa have won 7 of the last 9 games between the teams, but Spurs tend to play well here at Villa Park. They've had a couple of big wins here in recent seasons. There haven't been many as important as this one in the overall grand scheme of things between the sides for some time. I think it's all about the Tottenham attitude, isn't it? Today, Lucy, against a weakened Villa team, can you pick up where you left off and keep the momentum going, having beaten Wolves?
Yeah, I think that's what the service is about. I mean, tactically, it's not really much you can do in the short space of time that it's hard and the little things that have changed, but it's about the mentality. Not to be afraid of the situation that they're in, and he certainly is very inspiring when he talks in his press conferences, but it is about that attitude for these Spurs players.
It's a good pass by Polinia, which had it been controlled better by Tel, could have generated a Tottenham chance.
Pressing, love it.
This is Lamar Bogard. And now Yuri Tielemans, who showed too much of that to Conor Gallagher. They look like an Aston Villa team that haven't played together very much, have they?
This is the thing, taking advantage of those connections. And Emery's all about those connections, all about a rhythm and the players that have served him best. But he had to make the changes, I think, for today, leading up to the midweek game. And Conor Gallagher started well. He's certainly so important out of possession, just nibbling at defenders and midfielders.
Touch there from Barkley, gets it back again from Abraham, and now he wants to try and get Sancho away. Seen out though by Destiny Udogie. So Spurs have still got to play Leeds United. They've got to go to Chelsea, and they finish against Everton at this stage. Of course, we don't know how many points they're going to need, but certainly got to win a couple of those matches to give themselves a fighting chance.
Choice of centre midfield, they recognise that Villa use are very strong, powerful physically in that central area, so Linia's back in there, preventing close. A little bit of creativity that's been lacking in central areas.
Kolo Muani.
Injury list of Spurs. I mean, 8 players on it who are all potential starters. Simons and Solanke, the latest. But I mean, they've all been big injuries. I mean, it's not as if they get small injuries. They're all season enders.
Should be looking into that, but I don't think there's many teams in the Premier League that survive that many injuries. The main reasons why Spurs are struggling.
Taylor links across, the goalkeeper come a long way forward. Villa's captain though took responsibility. There's John McGinn. We're told he's got a bit of tightness in his hamstring, so obviously with the semi-final second leg to come on Thursday, wouldn't be risked today.
He was risked, wasn't he, Darren, when he was up when he
To
came
be
back.
seen well, man.
Coincided
I
with
see you.
Villa's upturning form.
You are laughing at the comment from Sorestin.
Picasso has a long throw. Spurs.
Spurs. Let's go.
All the way by Tielemans for Aston Villa. Here's Conor Gallagher, took it down well. He shoots.
Goal! It's a goal. It's
What
a
a time to score
goal.
your first Tottenham goal. Look at the celebrations in the Tottenham end. And Conor Gallagher fires Spurs ahead. Inside 13 minutes.
It's over, man.
Excellent finish.
Well, he started brilliantly, hasn't he, Conor Gallagher? But in terms of stopping that central pass from Aston
What a
Villa, when
shot.
it's needed, he just went for it, didn't he? He found that little bit of space on the edge of the box when it landed at him.
Gallagher.
It wasn't really best of throws, but that touch landed in front. He thought, how about it? He went through a load of bodies. You see from this angle here, Martinez didn't have a good view of it, but he's right in the corner. And these Spurs fans below us are going absolutely mad. It's been torture for the last few months for them, but that's a great start for the park.
That's a fantastic touch from Conor Gallagher. And a clinical finish as
Beautiful.
well. It's the first time he scored a Premier League goal since May 2024, when he got one for Chelsea against West Ham, and they are so valuable goals at the moment to Roberto De Zerbi and to Tottenham Hotspur, and to get one early here at Villa Park on a big night like this really does make it interesting. And when you look at the table now, that's how significant it is, because as it stands, Tottenham are out of the relegation zone with 3 games left after this.
Big goal, big goal.
Tottenham.
Tyro Mings.
Quite disjointed, Villa, and that's when Spurs had to take advantage early. So just change the way the game looks for Villa. All of a sudden now, we're on a little bit of the back foot. Spurs have got the impetus.
One word
Tottenham.
of caution you would offer to Tottenham is that Aston Villa have got 19 points from winning positions in the Premier League this season, the joint most with Sunderland. So they've been good from this situation. There's confirmation of that. Sunderland and Bournemouth just below them, but they are the best when they fall behind in Premier League matches.
Spurs fans watching need that word of warning. I think they're imprinted in their soul at the moment this season. I think it's decided until that final whistle this evening.
Gallagher placing forward. Tyro Mings having to deal with Olo Muani over there. A free kick awarded to Aston Villa. So Aston Villa 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1.
Nice. This is the Tottenham, man.
Work on Villa, the way they like to pass some central areas. It's just
That
trying to
everyone
stop
has
that
been waiting to
pass with
see.
bodies and hard work.
She'll have to wait for the ball. She allowed Udogi to step in.
Tottenham.
So caught there by Tammy Abraham. So Tottenham have enjoyed an unbroken 48-season run in the top flight since they were last relegated in 1977. With win against Wolves last weekend was their first in 16 games in the Premier League, and of course then they were able to watch Brentford beat West Ham yesterday. Now they've got this priceless lead here at Villa Park. A massive night for a number of clubs. What's say, Lucy? Not really got going at all, have they?
Tottenham, they are so bad tonight.
The energy of Gallagher, who is, when he's not got the ball, he's one of the best in terms of his energy and closing down, and his timing, cleaning his tackles, and Tottenham joining in as well. It just stops really getting any sort of rhythm.
It's comes through for Lindelof, but his clearance only finds Richarlison. He's the man at the moment, Gallagher. Now Randy Cullen, Wani slides one in, that's away by Tyrone Mings. Joao Paulinho lines it up, lets it go, and that's hit the post. I think he might have got a touch to that, Martinez. The offside flag is up.
Paulinho. Wow.
In his head, Martinez gets something on that. Difficult to tell from there, but it's certainly worth an effort. I mean, Villa have scored their fair share of goals from outside the area.
I think he's got his fingers to that. It's a really, really good save from Emi Martinez. It's going to be Abraham beaten in the air by Mickey van der Ven. Tottenham at the moment play.
Tottenham, they are bad. Let's go. Eesh, what a shot from Paulinho. Damn.
The attacking play so far has come from Tottenham Hotspur. You can already hear the unrest from the Aston Villa supporters as well. It's Morgan Rogers, Yuri Tielemans. Just a bit of liturgy about them as well. I mean, I know they've made changes, but
I mean, the way that Emery plays with this Villa team is all about just keeping those relationships and connections. And so when it changes as much as it has, then the players have to work really, really hard and play at a better tempo than this to get that going.
Slotty. Tottenham have got it back again through Richarlison. That's a foul by Bogard.
Just working hard at how many times have we seen Paulinho or Conor Gallagher win the ball? That's about just energy and intensity.
Emery's got a face like thunder in the background.
It's a bit of a match-up on the sideline, isn't it? Them two, wow.
Mickey van der Ven to Conor Gallagher. Sir Rodrigo Bentancur. Matisse Tell. He's got Jadon Sancho for company.
Tottenham, today is their day.
So Pedro Porro. It's got back for Aston Villa, all led by Madsen. Green all led by Barkley. Cross there. It's Kevin Danso.
First time we've seen Villa counter, isn't it?
Wani has just breezed away from Tielemans, who ended up face first on the Villa Park pitch. Here's Conor Gallagher. Tell was lining that one up. Just taken away from him by Matty Cash.
Absolutely, man. Tottenham, they are on fire. Ooh, no one was there. No one was there. To be honest, Tottenham is on fire, guys. Ooh, what an attack. Let's go. Vote in the live chat. Don't forget to sub up if you haven't subscribed.
Supporters trying to lift the team. There are players out there tonight who could play their way in to some potentially big games before the season ends, but it's not necessarily the attitude that we're seeing so far from the team in claret and blue. With one or two exceptions.
We don't want to get on the run of losing just before the big second leg of the European semi-final, that's for sure.
Oh my goodness.
This is Polidia.
And to be honest, Tottenham are dominating, man. They are top in the ball possession.
From a teammate, there's very rarely a Villa player within 5 yards.
This time they're just building belief and confidence. Spurs to the goal and just connecting passes, and they're certainly not quite as nervous.
Tottenham, we need another goal. Come on.
It's a rare touch back there for Anthony Kinski, who made that excellent late save to preserve the victory at Molineux last week. Here's Tell. Conor Gallagher.
Nice pass.
Towards Richarlison, and then coming in was Kolo-Muani behind him. And that's a really good save by Emi Martinez, but it's another chance for Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah, that was all forced by Udoghi's run inside. He just forced the
What a
Villa
pass.
to head it clear that he's kept Tell, and it's a great ball in there.
Corner.
How many times has
Tottenham.
just
What have you eaten today?
he makes those saves, Martinez, and putting Villa under pressure.
Corner. This is gonna be a goal. Come on.
So Tell out to take the corner. Holt end of Villa Park. It's travelled a long way. Kevin Danso hits it. Blocking now. I think it might have been by Matty Cash. Cross back in.
2-0.
It's Richarlison.
Oh my goodness.
25 minutes. They're in dreamland here at Villa Park. There are boos from the Aston Villa supporters, with sheer delight among those from Tottenham.
De Zerbi. What a coach.
Brilliant. Richarlison thrives off those balls into the box from the wide players. Villa fans really not happy. Spurs don't care. I'll tell you what, they could win this game in the first half.
It's over for Aston Villa, man.
The supporters can't believe it. That's the first time he's scored a goal against Aston Villa. It's the 11th time he's played against them. And he dispatched his header clinically.
Yeah, I mean, there's just no real pressure on the ball into the box. Richarlison just ghosts in front of Martinez, gives the goalkeeper absolutely no chance. Great header as well.
Tottenham are on fire, guys.
They've been building belief and confidence. Spurs by keeping possession, getting the ball wide, ball into the box, keeping pressure on.
Well, what a start for Roberto De Zerbi and Tottenham Hotspur. 2 up here at Villa Park. Richarlison with a second. And it's been so easy for Tottenham to this point.
Yeah, too easy. Disjointed Villa, lacking in energy, not winning duels. Spurs are the opposite of that.
Crazy.
And the way they're set up in between the 4-4-2, Villa out of possession, they've got on the ball in good areas, good runs forward from Udogie.
Aston Villa to this point haven't laid a glove on Spurs. And they've lost the ball cheaply again. Here's Richarlison, Bentancur, and Destiny Udogie.
Reaction from Villa.
Cullen Ward is chasing this, but he won't catch it. Emery has just sent some substitutes to warm up. He's deep in thought over there, the Aston Villa manager. And there's a card for Kolo Muani for delaying the restart.
A to the B. You're saying I knew Villa will get battered. Man, Aston Villa, they are on fire. They are not gonna be relegated, unfortunately for the haters. Fortunately for them.
Did so well just to stop the ball from getting into one of the two central midfielders, Spurs.
It's Morgan Rodgers. This is to find Bogart, and he can't keep the ball.
Nice, let's go.
Van de Ven. Space for Rodrigo. Bentancur. There's frustration down there from Morgan Rodgers. He's just slipped by
Tottenham are attacking. See him, man.
Just riding past Tielemans through the pitch. The more that they pass it, the more they look confident. Spurs not being put under pressure at all by Villa.
Charles's flick is Tell. Udogie. Marshall Polinia. I mean, the three in midfield for Spurs, Bentancur, Polinia, and Conor Gallagher, can't have had an easier time than they've had for 28.5 minutes here.
They've worked so hard, Darren, as well. They've worked so hard to make sure they're first to balls and just keeping it moving.
I mean, look how easy they're playing through them at the moment. Tetro Toro to Kolo Muani, swings it in here to Tell. This is Polinia, Van de Ven. It's the tackle, here's Barkley. Cash to Lindelof and now Mings.
The thing about Spurs is on the front foot. About Villa at the moment, it's just a little bit laboured.
There's absolutely no option for the Villa player in possession of the ball. So, well, he's got the free kick there, but I thought he got a lot of the ball there, Gallagher.
Tell you what, Gallagher, absolutely elite out of possession. He knows where to go, he knows how to trap. He's got his mates on the side of him. He knows that if the ball goes past, a little bit too much there for the referee. Some of the referees stood, but it's great pressing.
Got a lot less of the ball than I initially thought. Tammy Abraham. Villa's form in the Premier League has deserted them in recent weeks. They've only managed 2 wins in their last 8 league games. They've lost 4 times during that run, but they're so close to securing a place in the Champions League via the Premier League for next season. But it's sort of foregone conclusion, certainly not if they carry on playing like this.
He needs 4 points.
So Matty Cash, who's very unpopular amongst the Tottenham supporters. It's Barkley, Sancho.
Aston Villa, they want to score. Let's see, let's see, let's see.
The fact they've conceded a couple means that the goal difference is now level with Bournemouth, so that could be significant. Here's Manson. Watchers went over and was expecting the free kick, which didn't come. I must say, I've not heard the Villa crowd like this for a long time.
That's the way both teams are playing.
He was called for possession by Richardson. I think it's the perceived lack of effort that the fans are seeing, Lucy.
Well, there's a disparity between the two, isn't there?
Yes.
Two sets of players.
It's very noticeable. That's not going to improve anybody's mood either.
Jadon Sancho.
I think for a minute that in the remainder of the game into the second half that Villa are going to be as poor as this. So Spurs need to take advantage of this. 2-0 is a good scoreline, but sometimes not.
I mean, they're furious. They are furious. The Villa supporters. First time, by the way, the Spurs have led by 2 goals in a Premier League game since the 6th of December. They beat Brentford 2-0, so rarefied air. I mean,
Aston Villa fans can't believe the score.
around the stadium.
Yeah, this is the standards that Villa have set, isn't it? over the last
Vote,
few
vote,
years.
vote, vote.
Let me tell you this, that we've played for 32 and a half minutes.
Aston Villa
haven't touched the
fans
ball
can't
at the top
believe
of the
this.
bunch. Tyler Mings. Now Morgan Rogers. Good energy on that side from Kolo Muani. Played into Rogers, thought about pulling the trigger. Joao Polini then gets his body on the other side. And the free kick is given to Spurs.
Yeah, he's an absolute master at that. Linia just had their tackles, get his body in the way, just disrupting.
Well, we've got a blockbuster May on TNT Sports and HBO Max, including the race for Europe and survival in the Premier League, the finals from all 3 UEFA competitions, the men's and women's FA Cup finals, and loads more as well, as you can see. Away for Villa by Mings, St. Gallagher, and now Benson Kerr. I always find he's a real calming influence in the Tottenham midfield, Benson Kerr.
Did miss him.
That's a good ball to tell. Couldn't control it.
Tell is playing a good game tonight.
I just urge Villa just to play the
Love
ball
this.
quicker.
One assist.
They do build up quite slow. They do have
It's a good
Martinez,
thing.
but I think they've just lulled themselves into that lack of energy, haven't they? The Spurs are playing, it's got themselves out of it yet, Villa.
Touch from Lamar Bogart, who's then called Benson Kerr. Game continues at the moment, but they'll have a look at that. Here's Kolo Muani with a shot, which is into the Holt end. But it just highlights the fact that one team out there wants this a lot more than the other one.
That's it. And I said before the game, it's not Spurs, it's not necessarily just about tactics, about effort and endeavour and being brave. And these players have been brave this evening, certainly getting on the ball, working hard. I lose him, as you said, down about how influential he's been.
Van der Ven.
Just a quick word with the Tottenham captain, Ricky van der Ven. I think we might hear Unai Emery from here at half-time. I've never seen the Aston Villa manager look as dumbfounded as I've seen today.
Yeah, he's quiet, isn't he?
Yeah. In come Tottenham again with Pedro Porro. Offside flag up against Kolo Muani.
Building up to his half-time team talk, team shout. Measured in the information he gives to the players, and know that they've not been good enough so far.
It's Matty Cash on to Jadon Sancho, who was just shot off the ball there by a doggy. Cash has been by Tell.
Tell is playing a good match.
Spurs on the move again until that point. It's as disappointing as anybody with Teach Tell.
He's done some good little things, Tell, hasn't it, in this game? Started off a little bit nervous, but much better driving in. It's just the final ball needs to be a little bit better. It's a good opportunity then for Spurs.
Look at the little fella in the background. He said, look, I can do a Roberto De Zerbi.
Roberto De
Mirroring
Zerbi,
his aggression his team is anyway.
wonderful coach.
Sancho's touch was heavy. It wasn't intentional, I don't think. So hopefully with the switch out here to Tell, who's not scored for 16 matches. Spurs. Rico Bentancur.
It's been such disruption for Spurs though. I think new players coming in, it's difficult for them to get themselves going. All the injuries, changing managers, changing systems. It's an absolute nightmare.
Tottenham. From they're playing a good game. Good defense, good attacking, beautiful match.
So passive, Aston Villa. The look beats Richarlison now. There's a bit of space here for Rodgers. Running straight to Bentancur. Barkley was the player trying to make the run in behind. Tottenham Hotspur frustration for Ian Manson. Don't forget we've got the second legs of the UEFA semi-finals in the week. We will be in Munich for Bayern Munich against Paris Saint-Germain. We've got Aston Villa against Forest on Thursday. The second leg of Crystal Palace against Shakhtar as well. And they're going to have to play a lot better than this on Thursday.
It's going to be a different team, but they need to have more energy than this. Villa, I'm sure they will.
Tell with Cash, both players allowed to be competitive by the referee. Sancho then plays it inside but gives it away.
Oh my goodness, Tottenham everywhere.
Kolo Muani. Rodrigo Bentancur, João Palhinha. So finds Kolo Muani. Pedro Porro made the run ahead of him. Kolo Muani ran into Yuri Tielemans. Matson finds himself boxed in. Richarlison was working hard.
Can't deal with the press. There's 2 or 3. This is a great example of the difference between the two teams. Look at the yellow shirts surrounding the ball. Then look at Muani, the first to react in front of Martin. That doesn't cost much. That's just effort and endeavour that he's motivated in these players.
can't for a minute think that they'll be like this in the second half. I can't for a minute.
You've seen they need a third?
Well, Villa can't be like this. Right. Villa can't be like this in the second half. Henry's got to get stuck into them at half time.
They definitely won't be like this.
I'm absolutely astonished at the lack of effort, based on the fact that there are players who could potentially play their way in today for Thursday night for a big European semi-final, but they look like they don't want to be out there.
Just need to improve everything about what's happening. Just the difference in the sort of energy and the running around and targeted press from Spurs to be brilliant, not from Villa.
Strong call on Moani over there. Odegaard tracking, there's the cross, the doggy coming onto it. Tell with the shot. Could have just rolled it straight over to Conor Gallagher.
He's been a bit wild with his finish, hasn't he?
Tottenham are on fire.
Brilliant. Can't get close to it. Took the ball in, he's dealt with by Doggy, but Tell just not keeping his composure. Look at Gallagher asking for the ball. Reaction. He knows that they've just got to keep pushing. He knows that Emery's team will not be like this in the second half.
It's Tammy Abraham, and they've lost it again.
The second half, Aston Villa won't play like this.
I suspect you won't be able to hear the Spurs fans when the half-time whistle goes, because the Villa supporters here are going to let the team know what they think. Lidia. Defender Conor Gallagher, who started things off with his first top goal. Richarlison with the nice header for the second. Lidia hit the post. Martinez had to make a good save at his near post. And then Randall Cole on the one. It has been absolutely nothing at the other end. Made a mockery of the situation, didn't he? He's going to try and chase this, and Mings just able to slide it back to Martinez.
Tottenham are on fire. Let's go. Today I'm supporting Tottenham.
Morgan Rogers. Bogard to Sancho. It's a nice little ball around the corner. It's going to be a booking for Bentancur.
He thought he had to do that. He just got past the press of 4 or 5 Spurs players, so he had to just reach out, stop the flow.
Bentancur, the yellow card.
The third season of Euphoria is finally here, with new episodes dropping each week on HBO Max, which is also the only place to catch up with seasons 1 and 2. There's going to be one additional minute at the end of this first half, and you wonder whether Aston Villa can finally generate something here. Jadon Sancho over the free kick. Sent Lindelof, Mings up there. Away by Kevin Danso. The free kick has been given to Tottenham.
Just his arms in the air, wants him.
time bomb is ticking. They're off for a brew, maybe something stronger. It's not been this good for some time.
Yeah, we walked through them, didn't we, on the way up to the game.
Aston Villa fans are getting out of the stadium. They are disappointed. Damn. 2-0. Oh, no way.
Battery and a bit of nerves.
But it is what it is, man. Half time.
Boos from the Aston Villa supporters, but a fantastic 45 minutes for Tottenham, who, as it
Beautiful game from Tottenham Hotspur. If they could have been playing like this all season,
stands out of the
could
bottom
have
three.
been the
Conor Gallagher
best.
with a goal from outside the box after a wonderful first touch to set him up the first
They
time
could have
that he
been in
scored
top
for
4,
Spurs since
to
joining
be
the
honest.
Atletico Madrid. And then Richarlison, the top scorer, trademark header, good cross, and he powered it into the back of the net. Martinez got
Oh, big up to Tottenham, man. Wonderful. Wonderful.
his fingertips to a long-range effort from Fellini to divert it onto the post. Also saved from Kolo Muani. The Villa supporters can't believe what they've seen. Tottenham at the moment are cruising in the West Midlands. Half-time, Aston Villa 0, Tottenham Hotspur 2. How does he found himself in that?
What a first half, man. Hey, chap, I don't want to lie. Tottenham today, they've played the best. The first half, best match I've ever seen for Tottenham. It's wonderful, man. They've been pressing, good defense, the middies. Oh my, the composure, the confidence. Tottenham is on fire right now. And I bet you this, their remaining match, Tottenham are gonna be winning their matches. Tottenham are gonna be winning their matches if they continue the same zeal. That's all I'm saying. If they continue like this, they're gonna survive the relegation. But if in the second half, Aston Villa comes in and scores 2 goals, it will be the hardest time for Tottenham. Because I know Aston Villa. I know us. Even you, whoever is watching, you know Aston Villa. If given the chance, they can destroy you. So let's hope. Let's hope Tottenham are gonna come in the second half. Be confident the way they have been in the first half. Be composed. They will win the match. But I'm sure that Aston Villa are not coming in the second half and play like they played in the first half. But let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. My dog, it will be, man. I see you in the chat. L2BC Noel, man. Big up, big up, big up. Sorestin, big up. Big up, big up, big up for tuning in. And whoever is watching right now, big up, big up. How many minutes remaining? 8 minutes. 8 minutes to go. 8 minutes. We get to the second half and see if Tottenham are gonna continue with the lead. At the moment, they have survived the relegation mark at the moment. Let's wait and see if they will maintain throughout the remaining part of the season. We're remaining like three matches the season, so that we call it's over. 3 matches, we call it over for the APL. So if they hold this to the end, they'll survive. But I don't know why is Aston Villa down bad like this. Aston Villa, they are down bad. I don't know why. I don't know why Aston Villa, they are down bad like this. They were defeated. They were defeated by Nottingham Forest, the Europa League, and here they are being destroyed by Tottenham Hotspur. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. If you don't know, you can see on your screens on the 12th minute, Gallagher scored. 25th, Richardson scored, man. The score being 2-0. Half-time score. Let's wait for the second half, man. At the moment, re-energize. 6 minutes to go, re-energize. We get to the second half, man. Energize yourself. We get to the second half. In a full energy, with a full energy, that is. I can see also a big shout out to those people who have voted. I can see right now it's at 50-50%. The question was, will Aston Villa defeat Tottenham? Yes, it's at 50%, no at 50%. Keep on dropping your votes. Drop your vote. If you are watching right now, drop your vote in the live chat and don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't, man. Are we okay? Yes, sir. 5 minutes to go. Oh. Suarez was laughing at Tottenham. Also L2B Noel. Imagine Service Simon at championship. It's funny to think about, man. So funny. And right now, Suarez still is disappointed, man. Suarez still was supporting Aston Villa. And Aston Villa, they are down 2 goals, sorry. Will they survive? Of course, in football, anything can happen. Aston Villa can come the second half and score those 2 goals. And even score more. Who knows? But for now, they are down 2 goals. Boom. Earlier today, Man United defeated Liverpool, man. It's some crazy stuff. I did not watch that game, but I saw in the live scores. Man U 3, Liverpool 2. You have top players. What's wrong with you? You have top players. What's up? What's up with it? Anyway, 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go. We get to the second half. 2 minutes to go. Two minutes to go. To be honest, Tottenham are gonna survive, man. I'm backing them, man. I don't want Tottenham to go to the relegation because they are our London brothers. I'm talking as an Arsenal fan. Tottenham Hotspur are our London brothers. Although we are rivals, but our brothers should not be relegated, man. I know Arsenal and Tottenham, they are rivals, but I'm not rooting for them to be relegated. I want them. I want them in the EPL so that we'll continue, getting our 3 points home and away from our little brother. Yeah, that's why I want him back. How many minutes remaining? Less than 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes, we get to the second half, guys. You lying? How am I lying, man? How am I lying? My boy A to the B. You want them relegated? Oh, nah. To be honest, today I'm supporting Tottenham. To be honest, on God, I'm supporting Tottenham. Why will I support Aston Villa, man? Why will I support Aston Villa? Oh no, man. I stated that earlier when the match was still 0-0. I think you did not hear me. My boy to the B. I stated it earlier when you asked me. I remember when you joined the chat, you asked me who will win. I told you today I'm supporting Tottenham. They were still 0-0. So I hope you get the point, man. I hope so. Today I'm supporting Tottenham. If you are watching and you haven't voted, please get yourself to the live chat, vote, 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 and also don't forget to subscribe. Vote in the live chat, hit the subscribe button. The second half is here. Let's roll. I know Aston Villa are gonna play a different game in the second half. Let's see.
I think they've had really good success on that Spurs, but I think they still need another goal in. Well, let's see what effect that half-time
Unai
goal
Emery
from
is
Unai Emery
fuming.
has had. Spurs 2-0 up at the halfway stage. Let's rejoin Lucy Board and first back to you, Darren Fletcher.
Thank you, Lindsay. Well, he looks a lot calmer, Unai Emery, than I suspected he might, as he makes his way back to the Villa bench. Spurs won their first 2 Premier League games of the season. They've not won back-to-back league games since then. So the incentive is there. Half a job done, 2-0 up. Those goals in the first half from Conor Gallagher and Richarlison. We will see what response there's going to be from this Aston Villa team. I've got to say, I'm amazed that he's not made some changes.
Yeah, I mean, he's basically said to them, you've got 10-15 minutes to sort yourself out, to drag it out of yourself, otherwise I'm sure he will make changes then.
Sancho with the flick, Matty Cash plays it forward.
Let's see if Tottenham are gonna maintain the lead.
Next goal, it's extremely important. You know, Spurs probably will still have a bit of fragility about them. Can they deal with any sort of backs to the wall stuff that may come in this second half? And they just play the same.
I think one interesting challenge for Spurs is whether they can play with the intensity out of possession and keep that tempo as high as it was in the first half, because they were outstanding, weren't they, winning the ball back?
Yeah, they were brilliant. I mean, the structure, how organised they were.
So Abraham, but Bentancur was able to get back, although he's managed to keep the ball and win the corner.
Just trying to give this Villa crowd something to cheer about. This is a key moment for
Aston
them.
Villa, they're back.
About that next goal being so important.
First corner tonight for Aston Villa, attacking the whole end of Villa Park in the second half. Wow. Offside.
There is a wider point to make. You know, everybody's talking about Villa's rotation and missing most of the big players, but Spurs have been missing most of the big players for the whole of the season. You know, they've been playing with half a team that they would have chosen had they had the full complement available. So it's a bit of a moot point.
Goes Bogart to win his header, knocked on by Barkley. Abraham, Pedro Porro across in front of Morgan Rogers. He's had his way with Ian Matson down this side. Absolutely dominated the Villa left back in the first half. There's the Porro cross, Lindelof with the header. Bentancur guides it out there to Matisse Tell. It's going to be an Aston Villa throw-in. Interestingly, there are no Aston Villa subs warming up at the moment, only those from Tottenham.
It's just looking for a reaction. To the players, to tempo, to pressing, to passing. They got on the pitch really in that first half.
Van der Ven. Here's a Tell. Nicely by Kinski. Cash was in there to make the tackle. Barkley moved aside by Van der Ven.
Van der Ven.
So one or two are going up there now. There's Ollie Watkins. Kenny Buendia is out there as well.
Injection of something. A few minutes in this second half hasn't really been a high energy push from Villa, so I'm sure he will make changes soon, Emery.
Led by Maatsen, St Barkley. Zero impact on the game to this point. There's an example again of Spurs hunting in packs, and then Barkley was reckless and gets the yellow card for that challenge on Gallagher.
Gallagher has been excellent. You talk about the energy of those centre midfielders. Been on the line for his team.
It's on to Rodgers. Through it goes down to Abraham, and Mickey Van der Ven came across there sharpish. Timed his tackle perfectly.
Van der Ven, what a goalkeeper. Not a goalkeeper, what a defender. Sorry. Van der Ven is a quality defender.
His speed is absolutely incredible, but it's all about timing as well.
I must say, the opening 6 minutes of the second half haven't really looked any different to the 45 minutes that we witnessed before. Lindelof there ahead of Richarlison. Towards Jadon Sancho. Destiny Udogie got across there for Aston for Tottenham.
Skin management for Spurs now, the way they play, frustrate Villa when they can, choose the moments to go forward if they can nick another one, but it's about just trying to control the game, have less of the ball, I would suspect, in this second half. Spurs, we'll see.
Something from Tyrone Mings. So Gallagher, now Porro, Alenia. Aston Villa facing the prospect of losing 3 games in a row. They didn't score in the defeats against Fulham and Forest either. Found the back of the net tonight, and it doesn't always just naturally follow that they're going to be significantly better on Thursday, which is a huge game for them, the second leg of the semi-final. It's not just a tap that you can turn on and off.
It is, isn't it? It's an attitude towards it. Yes, of course, the team will be different, but the crowd will be annoyed if this doesn't end up with a reaction from Villa. We'll start off on the wrong foot as it is on Thursday.
It's a foul by Tielemans on Porro. Aston Villa midfielder saying you got the ball.
As influential as we normally see, which is so good for Villa this season in possession.
So Pedro Porro over the free kick for Spurs. Santel. Porro eventually crosses deep towards Kevin Danso and Trampolinia. Here's Conor Gallagher.
Shoot.
Porro. Still back off, so Porro takes a pop.
Satisfied, I think, that the way the game's gone at the start of this second half, and have warned his players about a reaction from Aston Villa being the home team and playing particularly well in the first half. But I think they've controlled the ball that they've had, Spurs certainly.
So in terms of possession, there's been no change. Perplexed looks Villa faces. Tyro Mings. Morgan Rogers. Straight into Rodrigo Bentancur. He won the ball. He got a piece of Rogers as well, and he stayed down. Bogard plays it forward. Barkley.
Nice defending Tottenham. Beautiful.
Spurs so far in this game.
Rogers back up.
Aston Villa, they are down bad, man. Tottenham, they are on fire. Let's go. Make sure to vote in the live chat. Subscribe also if you haven't. Let's do this.
Talent against Matthew Cash. Cash chasing on that side, and that's going to be a free kick. Committed by Matisse Tell. Just starting to lose their patience again, aren't they? Villa supporters, you can hear the murmurings, which will get louder. Lindelof back to Martinez, that's behind for the corner.
I'll tell you how the Spurs sell when Villa have it from the goal kick-off on the centre match is brilliant, because they just cannot
Aston
find
Villa,
the
I'm
test,
sorry,
they cannot
man.
find that ball forward, and
Today is
that's
not
why
your
we
day.
kicked up. You couldn't see anybody to pass them.
Whatever was said in the Aston Villa dressing room at half-time has had zero effect on the 11 out there. I suspect that changes aren't far away. So Van der Ven and Danso have gone in there. Tough to take this Tottenham corner. Just flicked away by Tammy Abraham. Lifted back in towards Mickey Van der Ven. And the offside flag up, which will bring the free kick for Aston Villa. And there is movement now on the Aston Villa bench. There's Ollie Watkins in the background. He's certainly coming on.
Just did something. They just need that, the stretch behind that ball. You can't find in front. Everything's been predictable. The Spurs are forcing it to be predictable from Villa. So they need something a little bit different in that forward line.
It's just a straight swap. He's going to be going on for Tammy Abraham. You would suspect he's not going to be alone in the next few minutes. So Lamar Bogard. Now Morgan Rogers. There's just nothing ahead of the Villa player in possession at all. Look at the work rate from Gallagher again, chasing down the Villa man in possession. It's epitomised the way that Tottenham have played here. Rogers looking to turn away, and he will get the free kick. Kevin Danso just held on a little bit too long for Sam Barrett's liking, and in the meantime, Aston Villa can make their first change. So Watkins comes on 6 goals in his last 7 games, 15 in all competitions, playing his 50th game of the season tonight, the England striker. And you wonder whether he can be the player to pep up this very tepid Aston Villa performance tonight. Up it goes towards Rodgers, headed away by Danso, picked up now by Kolo Muani. That's how he's been all night.
Yeah, I mean, he's given fringe players a chance tonight to try and force their way into the team at some point. And I think he's what we can all see. They still need those players just to come up with some injuries in the last few games of the season. They've got an important game Thursday we keep talking about, but they all need to be ready.
So Ian Matson, still no shots from Aston Villa. Look at Rodgers, there's a shot, that takes a deflection, it's gone behind for the corner. Surely they've got to put this one in the box. They can't do what they did with the other one they've had.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of corners as well. Villa just needs something from somewhere just to get themselves back in this game and get the crowd going here.
Of course, it can be a precarious lead if you get the goal to make it 2-1. We've seen teams find it really difficult to preserve what they've got from that point, and of course, Spurs have been vulnerable. The challenge for Aston Villa is to actually score the next goal of the match, which might start to make it interesting. And it goes from Tielemans, Kinski got enough of that. Crossed back in by Cash, and Matson beaten to that one. The tracking back was good from Bogart, make sure he got to the ball first. Tielemans swings it forward. Oh, there's space out there.
They're so good today.
Tottenham Hotspur and Randall Kolo Muani, who can bear down on Victor Lindelof. Just seemed to lose his train of thought as he got there in the box. Barkley was being urged on by the Villa supporters. That's a nice ball back to him by Sancho. Here's Ollie Watkins. That's good defending again from Conor Gallagher. Great desire. Here's Tielemans though, and now Barkley. Tolinia's turn to show his aggression and determination.
Not many better tackles than Tolinia in the Premier League, I have to say. That's what he means. I mean, you have to say now, you look at how these Spurs players are buying into how De Zerbi has set them up. I think getting the draw, then getting the win, that has added to it. You can see that belief in this performance this evening. It's fuming.
Emery's fuming, man.
Works so hard, cleaning. As soon as he gets away from this, he gets the foul, he celebrates. That's what it means.
Tielemans goes in there on Tolinia too. Totally committed for the ball. Just think the Villa supporters are sensing a bit more life from their team.
Absolutely. The ball in better areas.
So Ian Matson. Not too much of that for Tolinia. Now Conor Gallagher. Jed Spencer's just been called back to the Spurs bench by Roberto De Zerbi. Bogart did well there. Here's Rodgers. Gets away from Tolinia. Good footwork that from Morgan Rodgers. Went for the shot. It's going to be cleared away by Toro and collected on this side by Kolo Muani.
See the difference. Just started moving the ball 1 or 2 touches quicker. Villa. That's just been the difference the last few minutes. Terrific performance from him so far. In fact, not many that are not playing well in a Spurs shirt.
It's the first time he started under Roberto De Zerbi. The winning goal against Wolves in the start tonight. Rodrigo Bentancur down, which would be a concern.
got that knock, didn't he, in the first half?
He's not exactly moving freely either, João Palhinha, so there's a couple of areas of concern here.
It's just shattered.
Possibly, yes.
Getting his breath back. This was brilliant. I mean, the touch actually forced the shot, didn't it? It was brilliant from Conor Gallagher. Great start and nice header. That's what you got to do. Feed him.
I think they're enjoying their day. The Aston Villa Brain Trust. Not looking. Sorry, the Tottenham Brain Trust. The Aston Villa Brain Trust have big broad smiles on their face.
Yeah.
I promise you that. So change is coming then. And Benton Kerr is going off. He's had a good game in there. So Bissouma is going to come on to replace him. And they're going to send on Jed Spence for Randall Kolo Muani.
They have to come on with a certain amount of energy as players that they're replacing.
I must say, it's as good as when I've been in the stadium to watch a Tottenham game, it's as good as I've seen Kolo Muani play for.
Brilliantly, absolutely brilliantly. It's difficult when you're not playing well, your confidence is low.
So Bissouma's got to pick up Benton Kerr left off because he's been a key player in there, controlling the tempo of the match. He's still high-fiving everybody he can get to. When he turns the corner, the welcome might not be quite what it is.
It's not going to be high-fiving
that particular section, no. So Jadon Sancho for Aston Villa, but that's given away to Richarlison. Matisse Tell.
Job as well, Richarlison. He's led from the front, pressed from the front really well, got his goal and makes good decisions.
I did think there'd be more in the way of change to the Aston Villa team by now. Just the one substitution, Ollie Watkins. They've still only had one touch in the Tottenham box, which after an hour of play is the fewest touches for any team in any Premier League game all season.
It's just so I mean, I watched Villa a lot this season. They've been absolutely brilliant, particularly in Europe. Not quite as consistent in the Premier League, but they're up there in the Premier League and deserving of that as well.
Supported handball. It's cleared away by Cash onto the head of Palhinha. Conor Gallagher. Spence puts the pressure on Eddie Martinez. It's touched by Mickey van der Ven, then by João Palhinha. Here's Gallagher. Tyrone Mings.
Quite the same tempo for Spurs in the second half. They haven't quite needed to do that. The structure is good enough. They're organised. They know where they need to be. They all know the jobs.
It goes here to Ollie Watkins, and the flag goes up on the other side.
Aston Villa tonight, they are unlucky, man. We are sorry.
The next Premier League offering we have for you is at Anfield. Next Saturday morning, 11 o'clock, we start Liverpool against Chelsea. And you can see that game on TNT Sports 1 and HBO Max as well. Matson's header. First onto the scene, though, was Conor Gallagher. He's been everywhere tonight for Tottenham.
Gallagher.
Not only has Emery barely said anything and hasn't been anywhere near as demonstrative as we normally see, he's never really moved from the position that he's standing in at the moment.
Like that.
No, not at all.
I think he's, as I say, most of the Villa fans watching this disbelief at the performance of his players.
Are these the kind of performances, the kind of games when you find things out about players?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, he's looking and thinking, man, can I go in the trenches with some of these players? Can I rely on them? And that's what it's all about. His trust. That's how he develops his team. Emery, on trust and connections. I said it in the first half. Doesn't often change his teams. He obviously feels like he's had to this evening, and he's proved himself a point that's why he doesn't do it normally.
He's 20 minutes away from 3 massive points to lift them out of the relegation zone. They've managed the game well, haven't they? Because they've taken no risks in the second half at all. I mean, they haven't needed to, but...
Goalkeeper Kinski, we have to nod to him, how he's recovered from that performance.
No free kick. It breaks now for Watkins. It's Bissouma who lost the ball. Watkins sees his shot charged down by Gallagher. Then it's headed away by Kevin Danso.
Nice defending, Tottenham.
Richarlison too strong on that side for Sancho. He's got it back though, Jadon Sancho, and he gets through the Polinia challenge just about. Here's Tielemans, hoists it in. Watkins at the far side, but he can't get onto that.
A little bit better in terms of the prolonged play at the top end of the pitch, and the Spurs just deal with everything that into the box. Every time I see a Spurs player, I think, oh, he's played really well, and it's every single one. I can't pick one out that hasn't.
You're going to have to in a bit.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Bissouma found himself under pressure, but he dealt with it. Jed Spencer's got the speed, we know that. He's in behind Ian Matson.
Tottenham again. Pass.
Rolls it back here for Gallagher. Still Jed Spence. Took a deflection. Now the offside flag has gone up against Spurs. So it wouldn't have counted.
Yeah, legs on the right hand side. And Spence, brilliant runner, getting his team up the pitch after a couple of minutes where they were under pressure at the back, and a couple of them there offside.
This game is gonna end just like it is right now.
Rodgers.
0 for Aston Villa, 2 goals for Tottenham.
Around the ball again, Spurs. That's the yellow card. I presume it's for Kevin Danso.
Dancer.
In fact, it's Patel for kicking the ball away.
Just so many yellow shirts around the ball has been brilliant as well. Just kicking the ball away. 3 clocked it.
17 minutes to go.
15 minutes.
Anthony Kinski in the Tottenham goal is still to make a save of any description. The early goals in the match scored by Conor Gallagher, and then Richarlison, good enough at the moment to give 3 points to Tottenham. Matson. It's not a bad ball in by Matson, but it's a good defensive header by Kevin Danso.
Safety first, Danso making really good decisions. It's not even worth allowing that across. We know what was behind him. It's Watkins.
So Tielemans out to take the corner. Lindelof and Mings have arrived from the back. It's towards the near post and headed away by Petro Porro. Defending again, the Tottenham player. And again. He's done brilliantly there. Pedro Porro.
You know, this is what the Spurs fans wanted to see from their players. Eventually, De Zerbi in charge. He's got them sorted.
Zerbi.
Got them believing in themselves, not thinking negatively about themselves. And
they've not had many away trips like this one. A game that means so much. They've been at it right from the start. And they've cruised it, really, Tottenham, to this point.
Spurs fans at home going, don't say that.
Just comes Mickey van der Ven. Off he goes. Tell. Some destiny of dogging Harry Charlison. Cash across there for Aston Villa.
Time's ticking on. Darren, time is ticking on for Zerbi and his men. Managing the second half well without going all out. Not really seeing the response we expected from Emery's team.
I think his post-match interview is going to be fascinating, Emery, because I'm interested to see how far he goes in his assessment of what he's seen today, because his face tells you everything that he's feeling. I mean, he's not hiding it very well over there, but they've got this big game on Thursday, so what, I'm fascinated by what he says when he speaks to Becky later on. Yeah.
Interesting. Because it's very difficult to drag a performance out yourself in the second half. I thought they'd be a lot better. They'd be better, but not too much better in the second half. But once you get in a lull, you know, Premier League, even Spurs were struggling near the bottom. Something to fight for, something to hold on to. Just needed more from Villa.
That's the table as it looks. 6 points above Bournemouth with 3 games after this. Ball turned one to the corner, and Morgan Rogers has talked his way into a yellow card.
The first time I saw that, I thought it did come off Rogers last. I think with a Porro hit it against him. If you just watch, yeah.
On a postcard for that one. Not quite sure what he was trying to do there.
Just need to really put the ball at risk, Spurs, and give it Villa any encouragement, because they will take it.
It's Victor Lindelof, now Matty Cash, Jadon Sancho. The Aston Villa substitutes continue to warm up. They've been down there warming up for a long, long time, but there's no indication right now that Unai Emery's going to make any more changes. 13 minutes to play.
13
Rogers for
minutes.
Aston Villa runs into Kevin Danso, who's been outstanding alongside Mickey van der Ven. Given away by Spence, but quickly on the scene was Conor Gallagher. Emery's just having a long, lingering look down the touchline towards the substitutes.
It could make a difference here. Just it's a goal, you'd think a goal for Villa would just raise this place and maybe momentum take them forward, but it just looks a million miles away from that at the moment.
Douglas Luiz is down there, Leon Bailey, Luca Dean, Emi Buendia. Matty Cash runs the ball back from Matisse Tell. Ross Barkley was in there quickly. And Richarlison's gone down injured.
Richarlison.
Tyrone Mings. 11 minutes to play. Maatsen. It's a foul by Polinia. Tielemans over the free kick. A bit more than 10 minutes left to play at Villa Park. Over to the far side. Cash and Mings is adjudged to have fouled Udogie in the box. So the Villa changes are coming now. Just looking on the far side, Buendia is ready. Bailey is getting himself ready. That's the Mings foul.
Yeah, the referee could see that, and it was an exaggerated fall to the floor, but the referee was there.
It's Leon Bailey on the left, Eddie Buendia, the number 10, already ready. They've had enough already. So Buendia is going to replace Ross Barkley.
Oh, Aston Villa fans are
They're going to take
getting
off Jadon Sancho
out of the stadium.
for Leon Bailey.
Schools just needed to break the back of this second half in terms of standing tall, not conceding.
Bernard Bogard. Now Yuri Tielemans played on here to Ollie Watkins. That's a bit better from Aston Villa. Kevin Danso though sticking to him like glue.
That's a yellow card.
The referee's pulled it back and he's shown a yellow card to the Tottenham defender.
Just held on too long. Watkins real near the ball at all. Just the trouble that Watkins can cause is more of a handful, isn't it, for the two centre backs? It's just dynamism.
If they do go on to lose this, you'd make them favourites against the Burnley team who have been relegated already and are without a manager. But they might need to then beat either Liverpool or Manchester City to make sure of a place in the top 5 if Bournemouth continue this great run that they're on. It's not a given, is it?
No, it's not completely
Not a
good
given,
yet
no.
to respond.
Matthew Cash, Morgan Rogers, that's another waste of a set piece for Aston Villa. Made the best of a couple of corners and that free kick tonight, but they've had the opportunity to put Tottenham under a bit of pressure. They've not taken it at all. Eight minutes to go. 8 big minutes in the context of the relegation battle for Tottenham Hotspur. Corner. More frustration for Morgan Rogers.
It's just been frustration all round for Aston Villa. It's not turned away at all in this second half.
Tottenham fans, today is your day, man.
There's about 10 seconds left of this game, but
Everything is just
signs.
aligning the way you want it.
It's a good night for that young fella so far, supporting his team. Pedro Porro out to take the corner. Good header. Kevin Danso straight from the goalkeeper, quickly running back into his defensive position. And Richarlison's gone down after coming together with the goalkeeper. Quickly back up on his feet at the Tottenham number 9. Villa subs wait patiently on the far side. The time continues to tick in Tottenham's favour. Rogers gets there ahead of Destiny Udogie and the ball stayed in according to the assistant. Rogers then goes on to take Bissouma on, has to settle for the corner.
Aston Villa.
Rogers on that right hand side. It's been going.
So Mings has arrived in there. It's headed away by Richarlison, completely unchallenged. Tielemans up against Porro. Touch there was off Matty Cash. Can't remember too many times in the whole game where a Tottenham player has lost the duel.
No, and that has been the key part of this performance from Spurs. The desire to win duels, desire to work hard for the team.
So 20th for Barkley and Bailey for Sancho.
Bailey.
He has scored in both games against Spurs this season, so maybe he's a lucky charm with 5 minutes plus stoppage time to play. Things to Bogard, but Gallagher's in there again. And Jed Spence. Villa throw-in. He's had a great game tonight, hasn't he, Conor Gallagher? We'll talk about the goal, but he's been all action in there.
Yeah. These most important players that they've had tonight, Spurs.
Cash. Lindelof. So Leeds are next for Tottenham Hotspur, then they've got Chelsea away. We'll finish on the final day against Everton. Here's Rodgers. Gallagher got a challenge here. The doggy can clear
Nice
away.
defending. Today, Tottenham, they are playing a wonderful match.
Not anywhere then.
Tyrone Mings. Victor Lindelof. So Ian Matson. Corro's challenge. Kapsar and Lucas Bergvall are ready on the far side for Tottenham. Leon Bailey played in here to Eddie Buendia, Mickey van der Ven across.
And the van.
Again, two centre backs have been
What a
excellent.
defender.
TNT Sports will bring you both semi-finals of the Adobe Women's FA Cup next Sunday. Brighton travel to Liverpool before Chelsea and Manchester City clash at Stamford Bridge.
Ooh.
So we're going to take off Conor Gallagher and Matisse Tell. They will be the Spurs changes.
Matisse Tell.
It's a statistic that Unai Emery won't want to hear. It's his 191st game in charge in all competitions tonight at Villa. They're still waiting for their first shot on target tonight. Villa have never failed to have a shot on target in any game since Emery's been the manager.
Just shows how this performance is just so far below the standards that we've seen from Villa.
A lot of people have gone home.
Yes.
Lots and lots of empty seats. This is Bailey. Have a go at the doggy down that side. Time running out for Aston Villa. 90 seconds. The 90 minutes left to play. Whipped in and headed on and headed over. Tyrone Mings. Whether he got all of it, whether there was a bit of shoulder in there, I'm not sure, but he's hurt himself in the process. It's a good corner,
Yes. Brilliant ball in. He just couldn't get the contact with his head. Could he? I think he just landed. Charlton just did enough.
that. Shoulder.
Ricocheted off his shoulder, didn't it? That's the biggest chance, isn't it?
The Brandy Roberto De Zerbi flag in the middle of the Tottenham supporters. Villa fans are off. Got a big night on Thursday now, and it's important that Emery picks them up for Thursday night. 1 goal down from the first leg at the City ground, so all to play for in the Europa League semi-final, second leg. And they've decided to leave Conor Gallagher on. They were going to take him off, but they're going to take Richarlison off and Tell off for Tapsar and Lucas Bergvall. Don't forget, we've got the FA Cup final, the Emirates FA Cup final, Chelsea against Manchester City, Saturday the 16th of May, and we're going to start at 9 o'clock in the morning, so just like the good old days,
Brilliant.
wall-to-wall cup coverage of the final, and we kick off at 3 o'clock as well, so it's a lot more traditional, so 9 o'clock in the morning, we're going to do the whole thing. What about your player of the match?
I could give it to anybody in a yellow shirt. I'm going to give it to Conor Gallagher, because I just think he's been absolutely immense. He led by example, stuff out of possession, brilliant. He got his goal. It's like there's about 3 of him on the pitch. It's a great little touch. Watch that again and again, Spurs fans, and I'm sure they will over the next day or so.
And one thing they will hope as we see the Conor Gallagher celebration is that there's no long-term damage to Richarlison, who's walking very gingerly back towards the Tottenham bench.
He's probably shattered as well because he's worked so hard.
Scored his goal tonight, he got the second. Good header.
5 minutes of added time.
Spurs are going to move on to 35 points with 3 games left. The point above West Ham in the table. 2 of the last 3 games are at home. Starting with Leeds United next weekend. Less than 4 minutes of additional time still to play.
Chalk this off as a really bad day at the office. He's got to get them up again for Thursday. He's very happy. His team are doing what exactly.
Taking Paul Tierney with him. I mean, the value of back-to-back victories at this stage of the season for Spurs, huge. Huge. Table 37 points, 1 above West Ham. West Ham have got to play Arsenal next, then they go to Newcastle, and they finish with Leeds on the final day.
Weekend so far, isn't it? At the bottom.
That's the challenges ahead for Spurs. Leeds at home, Chelsea away, Everton to finish things off.
Like this, there'll be a problem for any team.
Yes. So Lucas Bergvall. He's bellowing down the touchline, wanting a last effort from his team. I just think the way they've been without the ball has been so impressive tonight.
Drilled, organised, they know what they're doing, they know where they need to be. They've stopped Villa in central areas, which is where the strength, and Villa have just had no answer to it whatsoever.
The final 2 minutes for additional time. Leon Bailey for Aston Villa. Morgan Rogers. Taking on Pedro Toro. Toro has had a really solid match at right back. I mean, if they win on Thursday and get themselves into a European final, all of this will be forgotten. Yeah. What they can't do is perform anywhere near to this level on Thursday night with a different team, albeit, but this is going to be 3 defeats in a row without scoring a goal in any of the matches for Aston Villa.
It's just another dip. They've had a couple this season, haven't they? They've dragged themselves out, and they have been resilient, Villa, throughout the season.
They're going to lose 3 games in a row for the first time in 18 months. They lost 4 in a row between October and November of 2024. Jubilant scenes among the Tottenham Hotspur supporters. It's a long drive back for a lot of them, and there'll be roadworks on the M1, there always are. It'll be an easier journey based on a 2-0 win.
Yeah, they will not care at all.
I must say, 2 games ago, it didn't look like they're going to pray there, Spurs, have stayed up. It just shows. It feels different now, doesn't it? Confidence built. They've got the results. They've got a draw. They've got a win. Getting another win by the look of it. I think it's the manner of the win as well. How together they've been. You can see the De Zerbi imprint. You can see the fact he's got them playing for each other. Aston Villa have been woeful. Goes Petro Porro to win his header. Making sure there's no last minute flare up. There's a yellow card for Conor Gallagher. It goes here to Buendia, has hardly touched the ball since he came on. He's led by example tonight. Charles Fellini. He's been brilliant as well between him and Gallagher all the match. Leon Bailey. Now Matty Cash. Swung into the box towards Watkins. He's flicked on again. And Buendia scores again for Aston Villa against Tottenham. Barely a flicker from Emery because he knows they're out of time. But finally, something for the Aston Villa supporters who remain in here to smile about. Yeah, I mean, that's a superb header from Buendia. Brilliant. He just absolutely stood still. Great ball. Even better header from Buendia. Something positive to end the game with the Villa. It's his best goal scoring season. He's now got 9 in all competitions.
At least they have a goal to cry about.
Is there one last opportunity for Aston Villa to get the ball forward? We're well over the time that we thought we were going to get. And there's the full-time whistle. And there's delight for De Zerbi. There'll be frustration and annoyance for Unai Emery, whose team have got to pick themselves up for the big European semi-final on Thursday. But this is all about Tottenham Hotspur.
Three losses in a row, man.
He's just seen his team climb out of the relegation zone with 3 games left to play. They've got above West Ham. They've won back-to-back games in the Premier League for the first time since their opening 2 games of the season. Conor Gallagher and Richarlison with the goals. His reaction's going to be fascinating, Emery. But he's got this team playing Roberto De Zerbi, and there's more belief in the Tottenham group now. They're out of the relegation zone, and that is huge, Lucy. Yeah, belief is the word, isn't it? I mean, he's set them up well, organised, but it's simple. Set them up in a good system that they all understand, and then there's bits that don't cost anything. Desire, work rate, winning duels, and that's exactly what Spurs did. Managed the game brilliantly. Aston Villa, far too many changes for them to get going. So Tottenham Hotspur come to the West Midlands and win again. Back-to-back wins in the Premier League. 3 successive defeats for Aston Villa. De Zerbi and Tottenham are on the move. Full-time, Aston Villa 1, Tottenham Hotspur 2.
Thank you very much to Darren and Lucy. The noise coming from that away end is so loud. Those Tottenham fans do not care one bit about conceding that late goal. They have all 3 points here. A massive 3 points in this relegation battle, and there they are out of the bottom 3, up to 17th place. They're 1 point above West Ham and 2 behind Forest, who play at Chelsea tomorrow as well. Karen Carney and Glenn Hoddle watching on with me. And Glenn, what does that mean now for Spurs' chances of staying up?
Oh, well, the way they played, Lindsay, I think they were brilliant today. They really were. The manager set them up beautifully. And my word, I've never seen a team, well, a Spurs team this season, close a team down like they did. They worked so hard to win the ball back and make sure that no Villa player had time on the ball. And it was a fantastic performance with the ball as well. The goal at the end, we're not worried about that now. We've got the 3 points tucked in the bag. But that will give them a hell of a lot of confidence now to go into a home game next against Leeds. Got to do exactly the same again. Whereas it's good to see the Spurs fans enjoying an away day for a change.
Absolutely, and the players, the manager as well, just celebrating with the fans. For De Zerbi, 7 points in his 4 games. They got just 8 points in the 16 Premier League games before that. Karen, what a job he's done so far.
I mean, if he was in longer, De Zerbi, I'm not
sure they'd be in this position. But look, that's hindsight now, but this is where they're in, and they were the better side by a good Jamal. I'm not sure where Villa were, still probably thinking about a semi-final, but Spurs were in possession, were fantastic, out of possession, the heart, the grit, the desire, and the motivation was there from yesterday's West Ham result, and it's just whether they could take it, and they absolutely did.
Well, they fought tooth and nail tonight, and setting the tone was Conor Gallagher, who opened the scoring, and he's with Becky Ives.
Thank you very much, Lindsay. Conor, there was an opportunity for Tottenham, and my word, did you take that tonight?
Yeah, it was a fantastic performance. Exactly what we needed. Everything we've done in the week leading up to the game, we showed tonight, and we're really happy with the performance and obviously the 3 points.
Back-to-back wins, it's pulled you out of the bottom three for the time being. You couldn't wish for more tonight.
Yeah, exactly. It's been a perfect night, but hopefully it's only the start. Great performance tonight. We want to carry it on for the last few games of the season. And no, this is massive for us, and hopefully our confidence can start growing and we can keep playing games like that.
What a time to get your first Spurs goal as well. Talk us through that one, because you were from some distance, but the confidence was there just to have a go.
Yeah, it's a good goal. I'm really happy with my first goal. I think it's always a bit of relief to get that first goal out of the way, and hopefully a few more can come now. But no, I saw it come out. It's quite a difficult situation, and I took the chance to take a touch forward, and then space opened up, and it was a nice goal.
Talk to us about De Zerbi's influence and sort of the way he plays, the style he plays, and how you are all adapting to that.
I can't speak highly enough of him. He's been so good. Every player in the squad has taken to him. Everyone trusts him. It makes you feel good, confident. He's bringing the best out of players, and it's only the start. Hopefully we can keep learning from him and build a great team.
Yeah, does it feel like this is all coming together? All right, we know the situation you're in, but this is the perfect time to be stringing those results together. Listen to the fans. They're still here singing.
It's so good to see. They've obviously had a really tough time this season, along with us. I mean, we're all one, and we're really happy to give them this feeling tonight, and hopefully it can be the start of something great.
Well done to you tonight. Great performance. You've got yourself the Player of the Match trophy. Take that.
Thoroughly deserved it as well. What a performance from Conor Gallagher. Quite emotional there as well. I thought it's a huge win for Spurs. He knows what it means, and he led his team tonight from the front, getting that first goal. We've got much more reaction to come, but Spurs' survival is now in their hands after that win. And so much great football to tell you about as well, as we reach the final month of this fascinating season. On TNT Sports 2 right now, Inter can clinch the Scudetto. Then in midweek is the second legs of UEFA semi-finals. We can't wait for more. Bayern against PSG. The Parisians have a 5-4 first leg lead. Then on Thursday, Forest have that slender 1-0 advantage to bring to Villa Park, and I'm sure they'll be fancying it now. Our Premier League game next Saturday is Liverpool against Chelsea, and next Sunday, both semi-finals in the Adobe Women's FA Cup. And in less than a fortnight, on Saturday the 16th, we're bringing you all-day coverage as Chelsea and Manchester City meet in the Emirates FA Cup final. It's an incredible month of sport on TNT Sports, with one of cycling's marquee events just a few days away.
The Mayarosa awaits the winner, and it's Nelson's
Very nice. Super. May is gonna be the month, man. Finals. My goodness. What's up with my headset is misbehaving there. Come on, behave, man. I'm doing a live stream. Come on. Boom! Boys here, man. I hope you've enjoyed, man. To be honest, yes, I was supporting Tottenham, but I did not expect them to play this kind of game, man. Beautiful. Oh. Aston Villa back-to-back losses. 3 back-to-back losses. This is crazy, man. Unai Emery, you are in danger. Again, they have a game on Thursday. Home game versus Nottingham Forest. It's gonna be crazy. But don't worry about that. Tomorrow, tomorrow at exactly 10 p.m. Kenyan time, 7 p.m. UK time. I don't know your time zone, wherever you are. We're gonna be here watching Man United versus not Man United, Manchester City, Man City versus Everton. Please don't miss out, man. Don't miss out. Don't miss out. Everton, they must win that match, man. They must win. Yeah, that's the announcement that I was to give you before I get to end this live stream, man. All right. That's all. Let me end the stream. We'll get to meet again tomorrow here on this channel. I hope you enjoyed. Let me end the poll. Today there was a low turnout at the poll in the chat, man. I don't know. Tottenham fans, where are you, man? Where are you? Will Aston Villa defeat Tottenham Hotspur tonight? That was the question for the poll. And you know what? It has ended with a big tie of 50% yes, 50% no, out of the total votes, 6 of them. It's wonderful, man. It's wonderful. Also, I want to big up, throw a big shout out to Suarez team, wherever you are, man. Big up. I know your team have just lost, but big up for tuning in. L2BC Noel, big up for tuning in. My boy A to the B, Avatar, Lakai, big up, big up, big up for joining the chat, man. Yeah. Again, that's all, man. That's all. Let me stop sharing the. Yeah, that's all. Beautiful game, and I hope you've enjoyed. Take a minute, subscribe if you haven't, like this stream, watch my videos, my other. There's a lot collection in this channel, man. Make sure to enjoy when you are free, man. Don't be bored. And your boy Punky BFLB is here, man. I got you always. All right. And that's all for tonight. See you again tomorrow, man. Manchester City versus Everton. Big get watching. You don't wanna miss. Arsenal fans, let's camp. Let's camp, because we must say to watch that game until Man City drop points. All right, that's all. Like I always say, man, before I end the live stream, I always say, man, never give up in whatever you are doing. Whatever you are doing, man, I wish you the best of luck. Keep doing it. Believe in yourself. Believe in the cause. Yeah, and you know what? Everything's gonna happen the way you dreamt or visioned. All right, that's all. May God bless you all, man. See you again tomorrow, man. It has been your boy, Punky BFLB, man. Big host in town, Punky BFLB, man. See you again tomorrow. I'm out. Salute you all, man. Peace and loving, man. I'm out. Thank you for the support, man. God bless you all.